Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, Johnny Cash, and Elvis Presley.
Well, it's a 1 for the money,
2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go, cat, go, don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Now you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. Knock me down, stand on my face, saying my name all over the place.
do anything that you wanna do, but lay off my shoes.
Don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Now you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. Come on, Carl, rock it out. Burn my house, steal my car, drink my liquor from an old fruit jar. You can do anything that you wanna do, but oh, lay off of Jerry Lee's shoes. Now don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Now you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. That's blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes.
Hello, Des Moines! Woo! Thank y'all for having us.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rolling on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. Well, I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Sue it! Well, I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep moving, and that's what tortures me. Well, if they freed me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I long to stay. Then I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the king of rock and roll, Mr. Elvis Presley. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Hey, you ain't never caught a rabbit, you ain't no friend of mine. When I said you was high class, well, that was just a lie. When I said you was high class, well, that was just a lie. Hey, you ain't never caught a rabbit, you ain't no friend of mine. Come on, Carl. But he said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. He only said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit. You ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit. You ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, no, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, no, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit. You ain't no friend of mine. Nothing but a hound dog, baby.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Y'all want to hear a Jerry Lee Lewis song now? I can't hear you. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much of loving drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I let you look cause I thought it was funny. You came along and woo me, honey. I changed my mind, this love is fine. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Kiss me, baby. Woo, that feels good. Hold me, baby. Well, I wanna love you like I love I should. You're fine. So kind, I can tell the world that you're mine, 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 mine. Keep my nails and I'll tell my club. I'm real damn good, it sure is good. Come on, baby, you're driving me crazy. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Gracious, great balls of fire.
Please welcome Civic Center of Greater Des Moines President and CEO Jeff Chelsvig.
Hi, everybody. You know, it was said
in the days of vaudeville that you never wanted to be followed by an act that has either kids or animals in it. And I want to add Elvis Presley and Carl Perkins and Jerry Lee Lewis and Johnny Cash to that list. Thank you so much for being here. What a great way to kick this off. And why these folks are up here tonight will be revealed to you as we announce our 2012 and 2013 season here at the Civic Center. Now, people that know me know that I tend to not like to look back on the past. I always like to look forward to the future. But before we announce our seasons tonight, I want to share with you some interesting information about where we've come from to become one of the premier performing arts centers in the country. And to do that, I have to first of all explain to you something very quick, and that is that we have two types of events that happen here at the Civic Center. The first type is what's called a rental event. That's when we rent the Civic Center to an outside user. That could be a performing arts group, it could be a concert promoters. For instance, Ballet Des Moines is going to be performing The Wizard of Oz on this stage this weekend. Stage West is a renter in the Stoner Studio Theater, and the Des Moines Symphony is our biggest user here in the main hall. Now, the thing about rental events is that we don't really have any say on what these events are. For instance, I can't really tell Joseph Junta what he should program for the symphony. Well, actually, that's not true. I do tell Joseph Junta what he should program. He just doesn't listen to me. So, but that's, in that case, the Civic Center with a rental event is protected because we are at no risk. We collect rent and we don't share any of the financial risk for those shows. Now, the other shows that we do here, though, are the shows that we are presenting, the shows that we are sponsoring. We are buying these shows, and these are all of the shows that you're going to hear about, or some of the shows you're going to hear about tonight. We get to choose the shows. Somebody asked me a couple of weeks ago, they said, now, do you buy the dance series as a package from someone? And the answer is no. We curate all of the series here. We put them all together. We choose the shows that we think are going to be of most interest to you, and that's how we do them. So I want to kind of go back to a time about roughly 15 years ago, in the 1995-96 season. And what was really interesting is at that time, we were really only doing one series, and that was the Broadway series. We were doing the Broadway series for the very first time where we put together a package of shows. Some of the shows weren't even here for a full week. They were here for what's called a split week, and that was all that we had was the Broadway series. We did some concerts, we did a few family shows and things like that. Now you take a look at last season, which is the same for this season as well, and we have 7 different series that we are programming here at the Civic Center and also at the Temple for Performing Arts. The Family Series, Lunch Unplugged, which we do with the Downtown Community Alliance, Dance Series, Temple Theater Series, Live at the Temple, Applause, which is the school time shows, and of course the Broadway series. So we're now doing 7 series instead of 1. So yeah, it's pretty neat. Here is something else that I want to go back and look at 15 years ago. We were doing some looking at statistics recently, and what we saw was that in the 1995-96 season, we presented 60 performances. These are the shows that I said we are sponsoring, and the attendance was just under 100,000. So let's fast forward to the last season we just completed, 2010-2011, and you will see that we did 232 performances that we presented, an attendance of just under 250,000. So those are great, great numbers. So what does it take to present all of these? It takes a lot of hard work. It also takes some additional support. And to tell you a little bit about that, I've invited the chair of our board of directors onto the stage. Please welcome Mary Steer. So Mary, one of the things that I share with the staff all the time when we go back and look at all of the series that we do, the only one that really makes enough money to apply to some money to our overhead is the Broadway series. Everything else requires support. It requires donations, it requires money we get from grants and things like that. And we wanted to kind of spotlight one of the series that we have to raise a lot of money for, and that's the Applause series.
Yes. First of all, I want to say on behalf of the Board of Directors, we want you to know how seriously we take the stewardship of what you give to us at the Civic Center, and how very, very grateful we are for all of the generous support that you give to us, because you look at those levels of growth that the Civic Center has had, and it's because of your support, so we're very grateful to you for that. The Applause series, where the board is incredibly passionate about, because it's all about children, and we have 46,000 children in the course of a year, and from 42 counties across the state that are able to come to the Civic Center and experience live performance. And you could talk a little bit about the financials on that, but we need to raise $2 million to make that happen, and you make that happen, and we're very, very grateful for that.
Well, we've kind of skipped forward to the punchline here, but we'll go back to the Applause series. We charge $1 per student for the Applause series, and that means that we're subsidizing about 80% of the real cost of those. And as Mary said, we have about 46,000 students that will attend the Applause series. These are done during school time, and these are shows that range from math shows to history shows and all kinds of different shows. And it's incredible when this hall is filled with 2,000 students. It's really electric. I wish we could harness that. It would be an alternative energy source if we could harness the energy when they're waiting, and then when the lights go down, it's like you could hear a pin drop, so it's really terrific. You said $2 million. That's the amount of money that we have to raise through donations.
Yes.
And we have about 6,000 unique donors to the Civic Center's annual fund. So we raise $2 million a year to support all of those series. And we also want to talk briefly about the season ticket number that we hit this year. You're a season ticket holder.
I am, and one of the things that I was so struck with when I first came to the community was the quality of life that the Civic Center provides for all of us. I think all of us can think back on an experience that we've had at the Civic Center. Maybe it was the first time you saw Phantom, or Wicked, or Lion King, or if you bring your children or grandchildren to the family series, or you kind of step out of the box and just laugh out loud at something at the temple, or go to the dance series and experience something you've never experienced before. We want to be able to offer that as much as we possibly can. And when you look at how many subscribers we have, which is over 10,000, which is phenomenal when you compare us against other performing arts centers in the country. And that's one of the ways that you support us, is being one of our subscribers. So we thank you for that also.
We have 10,000 subscribers to the Willis Broadway series. We have about 1,000 subscribers to the dance series, and the same number for the family series. So it's really terrific. Anything else, Mary?
I just want to say thank you, sincerely, from the Board of Directors. Thank you for all your support.
Thank you, Mary. Mary Steer. And now I'd like to introduce two people, one from our staff, Eric Olmscheid, who is the Director of Programming and Education, and Cindy Hughes-Anlicker from Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Cindy, thank you for coming today. We are in the third year of the Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield Family Series, and Wellmark has been there from the very beginning. You've been the title sponsor for this series, and today you have a special announcement.
I do. Thank you, Jeff. It is my pleasure to announce tonight that Wellmark has agreed to do another 3 years for the Wellmark Family Series. Thank you. And we are so excited to continue our partnership with the Civic Center, and it's just a wonderful opportunity to provide wonderful live performing arts and theater to the young families here in Central Iowa.
And perhaps you could share a little bit of the things that happened during these family series shows, Eric and Cindy.
Absolutely. One of the pieces of the family series that's important to us is not only the professional experiences on the stage, but also the interactive components that happen in the lobbies beforehand. An hour before each performance, families can come together for interactive art-making activities and experiential stations in the Civic Center lobbies, creating an experience for all families together prior to seeing the performance.
And from personal experience, I've been to many of the shows over the last 3 years, and the excitement that you feel in the hallways before the shows is contagious. The kids are engaged, their family members, their parents, their grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, they're excited too, and there's all kinds of activities for everyone to do, and it just creates a really healthy, happy family experience.
Well, one of the goals that we had when we put this series together was to be able to price this at a price that a family of four could attend for about the same as they would pay to go to a movie, and we've achieved that thanks to your support. So let's hear about the shows that are in the series this year.
All right, I have the pleasure of announcing the shows along with Eric. And the first show that we have scheduled for the family series is the Carnival of the Animals Symphony on January 19, 2013.
Continuing on our partnership from this year, we will partner with the Des Moines Symphony, one of our resident partners here at the Civic Center, and they will be doing the work of Carnival of the Animals Symphony by Saint-Saëns, and it will be with 2 guest actors coming from Arsenal en Musique in Montreal, Canada, and they will be doing puppetry and bringing the different animals of the symphony to life.
The second show of the Wellmark family series for the next season is The Ugly Duckling and the Tortoise and the Hare.
For those of you who saw Darwin the Dinosaur last season, this is the same creators. They will use electroluminescent lighting and create costumes that glow in the dark, literally, and bring the story to life through dance and movement to 2 of the most beloved children's stories of all time.
The third show of the Wellmark family series is one of my favorite stories when I was a little girl, but this has a twist, and it is the true story of the 3 little pigs.
It's true. Now, we all think we know the story of the 3 little pigs, right? You know, that one. But this one is told from the wolf's perspective. So, Alexander T. Wolf is on trial for what he had done to the 3 pigs. But we actually hear the story from his side of the story, his perspective, and we really learn that the wolf is a really big softie who has a love for musical theater. And by the end of the performance, the audience casts their vote as the jury to see if the wolf is guilty or not. It'll be a fantastic production coming to us from the Dallas Children's Theater in Dallas, Texas.
And then the fourth show of the Wellmark family series is World of Rhythm.
This performance blends together 9 musicians from 7 different countries. It's an international celebration of different rhythms and world cultures. We think that all foundation of communication and rhythm begins with our heartbeat, and no better way to celebrate diversity and culture by bringing together many countries and cultures through their music and their rhythms.
And there's more. We have 2 add-ons for the next season of the Wellmark family series. The first one is a show called Grug.
Grug, as you can see from the photo, is an adorable little creature, and he lives his life by himself, and he creates daily adventures, goes fishing, goes to the market, he plans and celebrates his own birthday party. And it's based on a popular children's series book in Australia. The company is coming to us from the Windmill Theatre in Adelaide, Australia, and that'll take place over in the Temple Theatre on April the 13th, 2013.
And the second add-on is a show called Boats.
Boats also comes to us from Australia. It's the Terrapin Puppet Theatre from Tasmania, Australia. And this tells a story of 2 sailors who are 2 best friends, and they take a journey on their ship, but they tell it through puppet theater with items found in their kitchen such as a loaf of bread, teacups, twine, and it tells a story of them as sailors. This will be in the in the Stoner Theater, most appropriate for ages 6+.
Great. Well, Cindy, thank you so much. Thanks to you and your colleagues from Wellmark. You're wonderful partners. Not only do you provide financial support, but also a lot of volunteers for the pre-parties, which we really appreciate. So thank you, Cindy. Okay, so now we're going to tell you about the dance series. And we started the dance series a couple of years ago. In fact, we just had, 2 nights ago, we had the Royal Winnipeg Ballet here doing Moulin Rouge, and well-received, huge audience. And Eric, let's hear about the dance series.
First, I want to echo Mary's thanks in saying thank you for those of you who joined us as dance series, season ticket holders, and dance VIP members, because it's really your support that has allowed us to go into our 3rd season now of the dance series, and really being now reaching a status of an important dance presenter in this country. So thank you for your support and what you're doing to make that a reality. Thank you. The first dance company this year will open up on Saturday, February 9th with Garth Fagan Dance. Garth Fagan is celebrating their 40th season, and you really see a company that is as an athletic, angular feel and fresh, modern dance. The founder and artistic director, Garth Fagan, is a native of Jamaica, but we really know his work from another very classic piece that he has done, and that would be Disney's The Lion King. He was the choreographer and won the Tony Award in 1998 for The Lion King. But long before that, he had been working with his company based out of upstate New York. And while they're here, you'll see an evening of mixed rep, drawing from some of the classics in the company's repertoire, as well as some newly created works. What's unique about Garth Fagan is that his dance vocabulary is influenced from many areas of dance. The weight of modern dance, the torso-centered movement of Afro-Caribbean, where he is a native, as well as the speed and precision of ballet. So it brings together and blends together many elements of dance. In addition to his recognition with the Tony Award, he has been recognized with the American Dance Festival's Lifetime Achievement Award in 2001. So it is quite a joy to have him open our 3rd year of the dance series. Next, we have Momix. Momix is doing a performance called Botanica on Tuesday, April 9th. This company is led by artistic director Moses Pendleton, and he, for those of us who were here 2 years ago, was one of the founding collaborators of Pilobolus. He's an innovative choreographer, and he's one of America's most performed choreographers of the past 40 years. And what's wonderful about this company and the work is their kind of interactive nature and defying kind of gravity and movement. Botanica, the piece that we'll see here in Des Moines, premiered in 2009, and it's a journey through the 4 seasons. It blends the natural world with playful imagery, using projected images and larger-than-life puppets, and connected back to The Lion King again, because they are designed by designer Michael Curry. It's set to an eclectic score, everything from Birdsong to Vivaldi's 4 Seasons. This is really a joy for all ages and is a wonderful introduction to dance. The third company brings us back to ballet. So the first, Garth Fagan's really modern, Momix is more contemporary, and the third company is ballet in nature. We will have Le Ballet Trocadero de Monte Carlo. It is a ballet company that was formed in 1974 in New York City. They are a professional comedic dance troupe that celebrates ballet. Now, there is a little twist to them. The Trocs, as they're known casually and affectionately, is an all-male troupe, and they are ballerinas. They actually call themselves male-arenas. Fitting, I know. So yes, they're all men in drag. This 14-member company really goes through a tried and true formula. The group starts with a silly introduction to the performance, but gets more serious as they go on, because they really want to show off that these guys know how to dance. They poke fun at that stuffy tradition of ballet and add a little drag for some fun. Hold on to your tights, toe shoes, and your tutus. This company is part goofy, part glorious, and all man. And we have a little special treat for this year's dance series audience. We have an additional add-on, and it's a celebration of world music and movement. From Sado Island, Japan, we will have the Japanese taiko drumming group Kodo. Yes, excited. Kodo is one of the premier taiko drumming ensembles in the world, and they strive to produce wonderful art that celebrates their tradition and heritage in Japan, but it also celebrates their contemporary society as well. It's a high-energy, rhythmic movement evening, and it will really light the fire within your soul. So we're very excited that they will be an add-on to the dance series on Tuesday, February 19th.
Great. As Eric said, this is a wonderful series, and it's something that we are very, very proud of. And again, we couldn't do it without the support of our donors and our dance VIPs, and of course the people who buy the tickets for the series. So we're going to go down the street a little bit now to the Prairie Meadows Temple Theater. And this is a space that we do a lot of programming in. We do Live at the Temple and Lunch Unplugged there. But one of the neat things that we're not going to announce those series tonight, but we are going to share with you something that we started this past season, which is a 3-show package of theater that you can purchase for starting at $75. And this series has been a lot of fun, very popular. We have done 2 of the shows already, Blind Date and You Say Tomato, I Say Shut Up. And we have 3 great shows coming up next year.
We do. We've been working to really build a series of comedy theater over there. And I think this year will not disappoint in that regard. We will have The Second City. The Second City is based out of Chicago, and they are world-renowned for their training ground of major comedians in our country, including people like Steve Carell, Stephen Colbert, Tina Fey, Mike Myers. Plus, they have about 500 others that they note on their website. And this is their 2013 Laughing Matters tours, and it'll be an evening of sketch comedy. We'll have a 2-week engagement, February 20th through March 3rd, 2013. Also over in the Temple Theater, we'll have Broadway's next hit musical. It is an improvised musical comedy. Yes. The first act is an awards ceremony. Think the Tony Awards, spotlighting songs from 4 Best Musical nominees. The audience chooses the song titles, and then, after they're improvised and performed for you right in front of your eyes, you choose which one wins Best Musical. And you come back for Act 2, and they perform the musical. It's a fantastic evening. I had the joy of seeing this company work, and it's truly bringing 2 of the best things together, Broadway musicals and improvised comedy. So every night is unique. You never know what you're going to get, and they truly hope that maybe, just maybe, it will be Broadway's next hit musical.
So to talk about the 3rd show, I have to take you back to a time about 11 years ago when I went up to Minneapolis to see a show with 3 actors, and I thought, this would be really neat. And I'd love to bring this show to Des Moines. And I worked with the developers of the Temple for Performing Arts, and we created a theater space in that, and the show was called Triple Espresso. Now, we opened that 10 years ago, believe it or not, October of 2002. And, I think it was... John Bush and Patrick Albanese.
Thank you.
Guys,
Still got it.
Wow.
Thanks.
Guys, I guess I thought you were going to come out a little bit later and you'd be in costume.
Yeah. Now about that, Jeff, you know, if you followed my Twitter feed, you would know that John and I have done about 3,000 performances of Triple Espresso, 600 of those right here in Des Moines, and, well...
We don't actually put our coats on unless we're paid.
I don't even have my billfold. I've got $1.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so let's talk to him about this issue we have with him right now.
Yeah, we came out a little bit early just because it seemed like you were taking an inordinate amount of credit for the success of the
Yeah.
Temple Theater.
You're like, I'm Jeff Chelsvig. I'm Jeff Chelsvig. I take credit for everything.
In fact, listening to you backstage, it's almost as if you would take all the responsibility for all the success downtown there. And, you know, John and I, well, your office was open, so we were in there, and we were kind of poking around in the mini fridge, partaking of the beluga and brie. And we look up, and there's this poster on the wall. I said, doesn't that say everything about how Jeff feels about how he took care of the temple here? Yeah.
Nice.
And I mean, we look at that and we think, you know, in Jeff's mind, before there was Scoop the Loop, there was Scoop the Poop.
I think that's just a little bit of an exaggeration.
Oh, okay, now he's humble.
Now he's humble. Okay. I'll have you know that the success of Triple Espresso is maybe not entirely due to your foresight, however little of it there may have been.
Yeah, I think we deserve some credit.
Yeah, in fact.
Really?
Yes. And others have noticed.
Others have noticed. In fact, Des Moines and Iowa itself has embraced us. Seriously, we're everywhere. In fact, we have been embraced and others have been replaced. It's a fact. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really great.
And here's another little factoid for you, my friend, because you like numbers.
I do.
I think before John and I joined the cast of Triple Espresso here in Des Moines, what was your attendance for that show? Zip? Nothing?
Yeah.
And then we come in the show and it shot up 100%, right?
Or more.
Or more.
But you were part of the original cast, so...
Details.
I'm Jeff
Always
Chelsvig.
trying to
I'm
rain
Jeff
on my
Chelsvig.
parade.
Okay. Well, listen, guys, on a serious note, you have been wonderful, and, you know, when you think back 10 years ago, you came here for an 8-week engagement of Triple Espresso. John, you were living in New York City, and Patrick, you were living in Los Angeles, and did you ever think that you'd be moving here? They both live here in Des Moines now.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
I married a hairstylist last August.
Yeah.
And, yeah. And her name is Barbie, so
Right.
she's Barbie Bush. No.
Yeah. You always hear about, like, the carpenter who doesn't have anything in the home that works. Here's the hairstylist. You are not a good commercial for your wife. I also met my wife here. We have 2 kids here, and they are 2 separate women, which is nice.
Well, guys,
That's where you're cutting us off right there? Yeah. Well, guys.
ooh, look at the time. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so let's talk about the show. We're going to be bringing it back starting the day after,
Right.
or the week after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
It's going to be here for 6 weeks.
Yep.
Only.
That was the original run we were supposed to have 10 years ago. We're finally going to do it.
Yes, good. Finally. This is a great show, and believe it or not, there are people who have not seen it.
Yes.
Believe it or not.
Plus, there's Geritol added now because we're much older.
Yep.
Go, John. Go.
No, I was just going to say that it seems to me that there may be people who weren't even born when we first came into Triple Espresso here, right? Maybe 9 years old. Those people can come to the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
9
our
to 9.
core audience.
That's right. All right, we are going to play you off. Patrick Albanese and John Bush,
Thank you,
so
everybody.
much.
Thank you.
Very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
And Eric, we're done with you too. Thank you so much, Eric Holmscheid. Now, the three series that we just talked to you about, the Temple Theater series and the Family series and Dance series, they will go on sale to renewing subscribers and to the public later in the summer of 2012. So you'll look for those coming up. So we're going to talk now about the Willis Broadway series, and it is really amazing. I just want to mention that this season marks the 8th year that the Willis Auto Campus is sponsoring this series. We want to say thank you to Rich Willis and the great people of the Willis Auto Campus for their support of this series. We have 3 add-ons to the Willis Broadway series this year. These are optional shows, and the first optional add-on is Disney's Beauty and the Beast. This is based on the Academy Award-winning film Thanksgiving week of this year, fun for the whole family. Here's a video.
Certain as the sun rising in the east, tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast. Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast.
As mentioned, this will be during Thanksgiving week. It's fun for the whole family. We first presented this show in 1999, and so it's time to bring it back. And this production reunites the original creative team from the original Broadway production. The second optional add-on is Rock of Ages. It's back for 3 performances only and back again by popular demand.
I wanna rock. I want to rock. Yeah, I wanna rock. Tell me nothing but a good time. I've been out and said, looking for nothing but a good time. Every time get better, every time get better, every time get better.
This show was presented as part of our 5-show package last year, and it's loads of fun. It's still playing on Broadway at the Helen Hayes Theater. The third add-on is Jersey Boys. Back by very popular demand.
Who loves you, pretty baby? Who's gonna help you through the night? Who loves you, pretty mama? Who's always there to make it? Who loves you? Who loves you, pretty baby? What a night.
Now, this show was last performed here in July of 2010. It's still one of the hottest shows on Broadway and on the road. And it's the story, of course, of the original 4 seasons and has been seen by 13 million people worldwide. So really amazing. Okay, now we come to the 5-show package in the Willis Broadway series. This is the package that people buy the season tickets for. And a couple of weeks ago, we announced that one of the shows in this year's 5-show package is The Book of Mormon. Now, this is the hottest show on Broadway. It really, really is. If you've tried to get tickets in the past, if you're lucky you got tickets, it's very, very hot, and we are thrilled to be presenting this show in its very first national tour. Here's a quick look.
Who wants to see Book of Mormon tonight?
The Book of Mormon is one of the hottest shows on Broadway right now.
A new musical opening on Broadway that is getting rave reviews. It's called The Book of Mormon.
This Book of Mormon is so good, it makes me angry.
2 by 2, and now it's time to go.
Runaway hit.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of says it all, doesn't it?
The Book of Mormon, the hottest ticket on Broadway. The new musical is from Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the creators of South Park. Now they're working their magic on the Great White Way with another outrageous satire. And if you want to come and see it, you would be well advised to book your reservations now.
One of the hardest tickets to get. So what can audiences expect?
We always thought the musical about Joseph Smith and the creation of Mormonism would make a good musical.
It's like Mormons, Disney, Rodgers and Hammerstein, it all kind of makes sense. Mormons are just like, they're just happy people, and so you're going to get a happy musical.
So when people go there, it's got to be funny, right?
Yeah, well, it's hopefully funnier than the real Book of Mormon, you know.
2 by 2, victory, armed with the greatest book in history.
And the Tony Award goes to The Book of Mormon.
The Book of Mormon. The Book of Mormon.
The Book of Mormon!
I think the night would be a big disappointment if we didn't thank our co-writer who passed away, Mr. Joseph Smith, the founder of the Mormon religion. You did it, Joseph. You got the Tony.
The Book of Mormon. Mormon. Hello!
As you saw, this is from the creators of South Park. It is a winner of 9 Tony Awards and is the current reigning best musical for the Tony Awards. It is irreverent, it's blasphemous, and it has a heart of gold. It is truly one of the funniest shows you will ever see. And the national tour opens in Denver in August, and we will be bringing it here in January of next year. Now, the only way to guarantee that you'll get tickets to the Book of Mormon here in Des Moines is to buy season tickets to the Willis Broadway series. The next 5-show package to tell you about is Jekyll and Hyde. This is a brand new production that is doing a brief tour on the road before going straight to Broadway. Now, some of you may have seen Konstantin Maroulis is the star. He was the star of Rock of Ages that we had here last season. And just announced last week is Deborah Cox, who is a Grammy Award-nominated R&B singer. And she is terrific. This is going to be a wonderful cast. The original production of Jekyll and Hyde opened on Broadway in 1997. It ran for almost 4 years and 1,500 performances. And what else is really neat about this is Jeff Calhoun, who is a wonderful director, is the director of this show. And his new show, Newsies, just opened on Broadway last week. So we're really excited to have this production coming here before it goes to Broadway. The next show in the package is the new 25th anniversary production of Les Miserables. Certainly one of the most popular and most performed musicals of all time.
One more day before the storm might follow where she
This is the second longest running musical in the world after The Fantastics, and this new production features scenery based on the paintings of Victor Hugo, whose novel is the basis for the musical. And it has, Les Mis has played here 6 times and has been played, they're played to over 100,000 people in the history. And this triumphant return is like nothing you've ever seen before. So we're very excited to be bringing that here. Now, in the past, we have presented plays as part of the Willis Broadway series. And this season, a play returns to our lineup. And what better play to present than the current holder of the Tony Award for Best Play, War Horse. Here's a little video about War Horse. Now, this play opened at the National Theatre in London in 2007, and then it transferred to the West End in 2009, which is where I saw it first, and then it opened at Lincoln Center almost exactly a year ago. So we are bringing this very, very early in its national tour. It's the powerful story of a young boy named Albert and his beloved horse Joey, who has been enlisted to fight in France for England in World War I. And the show uses life-size puppets that were created by the Handspring Puppet Company, and it is one of the most moving stories you will ever see. I promise you will love this play. Okay, the final show in our 5-show package is $1 Million Quartet. The music that you heard at the top of this program was from $1 Million Quartet. Here's a little video of the show. Now, $1 Million Quartet is based on a true story, and that is that on December 4th, 1956, Elvis Presley and Johnny Cash and Jerry Lee Lewis and Carl Perkins got together at Sun Records in Memphis and did an impromptu jam session together. It was the only time that they ever got together in their lives, and that is the basis of this wonderful, wonderful musical, and I think this will be a real highlight of the year. Well, that's our series, and we are going to you'll be able to renew your Broadway season tickets or buy a new season ticket if you're not a current season ticket holder, starting on April 23rd. That is when we will make renewals available to you online. You'll be receiving information in the mail. I want to thank you all for coming, and now, would you like to hear the $1 Million Quartet again? These performers are from the Chicago production of $1 Million Quartet, and I'd like to introduce them to you. Michael Goodman as Elvis Presley, Colt Julian as Jerry Lee Lewis, Chris Damiano as Johnny Cash. Sean Whitley as Carl Perkins. Eric Engelson on drums. And Mark Edelstein on bass. The Chicago Company of $1 Million Quartet. Thank you all for coming.
All right, gonna need your help on this one here for me. Well, I saw my baby walking with another guy today. Well, I saw my baby walking with another guy today. When I asked her what's the matter, well, this is all I heard her say. See you later, alligator. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. After a while, crocodile. See you later, alligator. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. After a while, crocodile. Can't you see you're in my way now? Or don't you know you play my style? When I thought of what you told me, it nearly made me lose my head. When I thought of what you told me, it nearly made me lose my head. But the next time that I saw her, reminded her of what she said. See you later, alligator. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. After a while, crocodile. See you later, alligator. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. After a while, crocodile. Can't you see you're in my way now? Oh, don't you know you play my style? They won't know me, Johnny boy.
You think you can handle one more? That's right. That's right. Now, you've been sitting down all night long. I think it's time for a little bit of dancing, don't you? Yeah, so if you feel like it, by all means, get right on up and do it. Boys, let's give them something to go home to. Come on over, baby. Whole lot of shaking going on. Come on, get those hands together. Come on over, baby. Baby, you can't go wrong. I ain't thinking. I said a whole lot of shaking going on. I said, come on over, baby. We got chicken in the bar. Tell 'em, Carl. Come on over, baby. Now I really got the bull by the horn. There you go. I ain't thinking. I said a whole lot of shaking going on. Yeah, I said shake, baby, shake it. Shake it, baby, shake it. Shake, baby, shake it. Shake it, baby, shake it. Come on over. I said a whole lot of shaking going on. Yes, I can. Over, baby. We got chicken in the barn. Whose barn? What barn? My barn. Come on over, baby. Now I really got the bull by the horn. Yeah, I'm thinking. I said a whole lot of shaking going on. All right, it's your turn. Let me hear you now. Shake, baby, shake it. Come on. little baby, and a whole lot of shaking going on. All right, boys, let's take it down low. Now all you gotta do, honey, yeah, I have my eye on you. Just stand up in one little spot and just wiggle it around a little bit. Yes, come on, move it. Woo! Shake it, don't you break it, wrap it up and I will take it. Well, I really got to have it, baby. Move it, move it, move it for me, honey. Come on, cheer. You know what I mean? Yes. I want to, three, say.
Thanks, Papa.
The chaotic life of a 12-year-old is too hard and you never know what's coming next. But in spelling,
things have logic and line.
And in spelling,
there's some greater design. Though in school we seem strange, at the B we seem better.
As we count out each letter in our mind.
And we find we like spelling. People love to hate us cause we're too damn smart. In our heart we do not believe that we'll succeed. We're annoying cause we think on our feet. I'm enjoying my new need to compete.
We love nouns, that's our sport. We love talcum on our towels.
We love consonants and vowels and we feel kinda real. We like spelling. I like spelling too. It's a way to not feel rotten.
All the slides are all forgotten.
And you feel almost normal. We are fearless spellers who love scary words. We're the nerds with the dictionary on our knees. Underrate us
with our chronic congestion.
or